The first step, and the first reason I tell you to turn on your computer, is the first step is to understand and research the company in which you're going to be interviewing. And it's important to understand what that company is. What is its mission? What is its vision? What are their goals and objectives and expectations? What kinds of goods and services do they produce? Who are their major customers? Who are their major competitors? Basic, good information about that company. Because I can almost guarantee you that one of the first questions employers will ask you in an interview situation is, what do you know about my company? Because they're looking for something in this question. Employers tell me a lot that they have almost no end of applicants. They can put out a job posting and within a few days get dozens of applications. They have tons of people that are applying for jobs. What they want and what they're missing is not just somebody that wants to work, but somebody that wants to work for them. And there's a big difference between those two statements. Do you want to work, or do you want to work for this particular company? And you've got to be able to communicate to that employer that not only do you want a job, but you want to work for them. And so in order to do that, you need to have the research. You need to understand what it is about that company. What draws you to them? What interests you about them? What is it that really kind of complements your style and your abilities and your goals and your direction in life with what they're doing? And you've got to be able to explain why those two things are together. And if you don't know what they do, and a lot of people mess up this question, they'll just simply say, well, I don't know very much about your company at all, and think nothing of it. But in reality, they've hurt themselves significantly if they haven't done this work, if they haven't done this research. So the first 5 of the 5x5 model is to research the company. And I want you to write down 5 facts about that company, about their mission, their vision, their goals and objectives, those kinds of statements. So you can learn them and can communicate them during the course of the interview, so you can show that employer, yes, I've done my homework, yes, I know what you're all about, and this is why I'm going to be a good fit with you. That's the essence of the questioning. So that's the first step, the 5x5 model. Learn about that company. Live it, love it, learn it. The second step in this 5x5 model is to write down the 5 qualifications that are required for the job. It could be things like the level of education, certain specific skills that are required, certain interests or certain abilities that are required for the job. Most of us will have a job description or a job announcement or posting that's up there, and that will help you significantly with this process. But what are the 5 qualifications that are most likely that they're going to be looking for and they're going to want in a successful applicant? You have to know what they want before you can begin to address what you have. Too many of us go into an interview with the basic idea of, I'll do anything for anybody, anywhere, at any time, and expect the employer to figure out where they fit and to put them in the most appropriate job. And employers really don't have that kind of time or energy, and in some cases don't even have the ability to figure out what it is that you want to do and to just kind of put you in an appropriate place. They expect you to have some goals and to career goals, and they expect you to be able to communicate those career goals and show that employer where you're going to be best fit. And so you have to understand what that job requires before you can begin to address that question. So step 1, what are your 5 qualifications for the job? The 5 facts about the company. Step 2, what are the 5 qualifications for the job? Step 3 is begin to look at yourself. What are the 5 skills that you possess that meet those previous 5 qualifications? So those 2 things go hand in hand. For each one of the skills that they're looking for, you want to find a qualification that you possess that link up to it. So if they require a bachelor's degree, here's your bachelor's degree. If they require this kind of certification, you've got this kind of certification. If they require this kind of skill, you've got this kind of skill. It may not necessarily have to be, or can be in some cases, a direct one-to-one match. But you've got to show what you do have that kind of helps you make you qualified and capable and competent to do that kind of job. So those 2 things are linked together. What are the 5 qualifications for the job? That was the second 5. The third 5, what are your 5 skills that meet those qualifications? Those are the things that primarily you have to do to begin the process of research, those 3. What is it about this company you like? What do they want? What can you do that matches what they want?